that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Okay, Coach, this storied franchise in Dallas and their fans are hungry and hopeful to add another championship banner in the rafters as we settle in for some playoff football at AT&T Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Check, 55, Mike. Double dog, that's the way.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. I got you, son. Shit. Out. Check.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run. Sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This time Jackson will throw it. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Watch the eye.
Throwing on second down, Jackson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
I got you.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here comes the Lions punter now. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with their 2nd down call after that type of a game.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram. Able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. And the pressure gets to him again. Trey Flowers providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Fancy footwork at the 45. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go. Right there. 56. Check. Check 9.
This is Scarlett on the carry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the slip.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Jackson to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
55. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 55, come on, guys. 55. Go. Back.
From the gun, Jackson gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. An 18-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, Oftentimes, it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
56. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Be ready, be ready. 56, check 56.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Check 41. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get it.
Off-play action. Love. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Trey Flowers picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Set, ready. 15 money. Single. Set, right.
Throwing on third and long. Love. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ready? 6, right. 56, right there. Yep, go. Silver. 56. 56. Check 56.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taking on the midfield logo. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Here we go. Henry. Come on, D. We got double time.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Love. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go. Here we go. 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
You ain't going nowhere. Double time. 66, bullet, half.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
Ready. You got a wedge back. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
To throw on 2nd down, Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 3.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. He completes it to Jones. And down he'll go at the 25.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He can run for it, and he will. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
They go play action with Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's 2nd down and goal.
1st down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
56. Right there. 56.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Switch.
3rd and goal, Jackson. It's complete to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Power running by Zeke. Elliott a 1st down and more. And finally brought down at the 43. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Running with Elliott. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call. Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Check. 22, check. Cover. 22, check. Bonus. 3, check 3, check 3. Check 43.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
No. Hey, alert 3.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So no question here, down by a score late. They're going to try the onside kick. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's see what you got.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Echo. Here I come again. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Throwing now is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically. but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. What you doing? Match it up. Right. Shoot. Pick the edge. Go. Jim.
They'll go again to Jones. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
He's checking. Crash. Let's go. Bravo.
He can run for it, and he will. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll get 34 yards there.
Ready. Touch down. Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
The touchdown saved their playoff lives momentarily. Now for the two-point conversion.
Kill. Any weapon. Slam. Ready, go.
They're going to try and run for it. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down two, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
At the Cowboys' 48-yard line.
Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because it's going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.